News.
This hour's newscast is presented by Rocket Mortgage. Need to know what it takes for a home loan to fit your budget and your family? Rocket can.
12:03 at the Bay Area's news station KCBS. Sun with some clouds at the coast, 60s at the beaches, 80s inland. Good afternoon, I'm Holly Kwon. Here's what's happening. As we've been reporting, East Bay Mud is releasing the names of 3 customers who are using too much water during the drought. KCBS's Matt Bigler spoke with one of the homeowners in the East Bay who says there must be some mistake because they're trying hard to conserve.
The owners of this lovely colonial home in the Orinda foothills were shocked to find their names and address made public for using too much water.
I turned the controllers so there's no more automatic water on the property. I hand water just enough to keep the plants alive.
Peter says they're also cutting their indoor water use, and yet, after all that, they're still on the naughty list.
Well, I think that there's one to shame people.
His wife says it's possible the utility made a mistake. They've only owned the house for less than a year, and the previous owners were a much smaller family.
So I don't know whether they're tagging an old water usage level, and according to that, we would be over before we even started.
East Bay Mud says violators are only made public after a warning is sent out and a 15-day appeal period has lapsed. Spokesperson Andrea Polk.
And this is one of many tools in our toolbox to kind of help customers conserve water that we have it for next year, should the next year also be dry.
In Orinda, Matt Bigler, KCBS.
RV parking restrictions are on their way back in the city of Mountain View. KCBS's Jennifer Hodges reports the city is doing what it can to allow for specific areas where people can park. As of Saturday, the city of Mountain View will once again start using RVs for illegal parking. The city has reached a tentative agreement in a lawsuit filed by people living in RVs. Under the settlement terms, the city is required to provide at least 3 miles of public streets where oversized vehicles are allowed to park for the next 4 years. Blinka Ride is with the city of Mountain View. This RV dweller telling KCBS it'll be nice to have a place to go.
Some of the locals are a little, should I say, more against people staying in RVs.
Paulette lost her van because she had $2,200 worth of tickets.
Because the registration was out and they came and towed it.
Now the city is alerting RV dwellers where they can park.
The city has developed a new map to assist individuals living in vehicles find legal parking within the city.
In Mountain View, Jennifer Hodges, KCBS. For years now, we've seen cities across the Bay clear out tents and RVs from under overpasses and parks. But now a group of homeless people and their advocates are suing San Francisco to stop encampment sweeps and push the city to come up with a more effective plan. The ACLU and Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights are representing plaintiffs like the Coalition on Homelessness. Executive Director Jennifer Friedenbach.
When folks are down and they're at their worst moments in their lives, and then the city, the entity that's supposed to be helping them, comes in, rips everything away from them, and then threatens them with jail for, lodging. So it's absolutely cruel and unusual punishment.
The ultimate goal, she says, is to force the city to spend the money to get people adequately housed instead of sweeping them under the rug.
This is absolutely ineffective. It has been tried and failed, so many times, and just going in and making it as miserable as possible for people on the streets somehow doesn't make them disappear. That's the city's approach. They want to disappear homeless people, and that's what they're attempting to do, and it doesn't work.
Now, City Attorney spokesperson Jen Court tells KCBS in a statement that the city is focused on expanding temporary shelter and permanent housing options and will respond to the lawsuit. It is estimated that some 20,000 people will be homeless at some point in San Francisco this year. KCBS insider Phil Mateer will be weighing in on this coming up at 12:50. California's new gun law, modeled after Texas's anti-abortion legislation, is facing some legal troubles. The law lets residents first and also makes those raising the challenge pay the legal fees if they're not. Governor Gavin Newsom signed the bill back in July after the Supreme Court upheld the Texas law, which allows private citizens to sue abortion providers. But now several gun rights groups and firearms dealers are now challenging the measure, saying it violates First Amendment rights, because it limits their ability to dispute gun laws. Just ahead on KCBS, accusations arise within Daly City's about a fellow councilwoman. 12:08 at KCBS. We are keeping an eye on your midday drive. It's sponsored by News Nation. We head to Victor Zaragoza, who has a overturned semi-truck in Vallejo.
Yeah, this is on 80 eastbound. It's actually on the Springs Road off-ramp. It's a lane on its side, and the off-ramp is shut down. No estimated time when that off-ramp will open. You can always use Tennessee to get off there. But at the moment, it looks like that. Yeah, it hasn't really backed up onto 80 in the eastbound direction, but I see people slowing down as you approach that area, so definitely keep that in mind. Again, you may pass Spring Road and get off on Tennessee. In Windsor, still have a lot of heavy traffic on 101 northbound. This is due to an earlier crash with injuries. Possibly even a Caltrans truck was involved in this one right at Arata Lane. Traffic is backed up beyond the old Redwood Highway. That might be your best alternate route if you get off of 101 and take old Redwood Highway, because northbound lanes of 101 are closed. They're estimating about another 90 minutes before they open the northbound direction, and I see a lot of people already traveling on old Redwood Highway, which is really your best alternate route in that area at the moment. We will keep you up to date on our Twitter at KCBS AM FM Traffic. Your next traffic update at 12:18 on the Traffic Leader, KCBS.
Sunny skies out there. It is really, really pretty around the bay. Still a little bit high clouds at the Golden Gate. We're looking at temps in the 60s at the beach. 70s around the bay to the low 80s inland. Much of the same tomorrow, maybe just a smidge warmer. Traffic and weather together on the 8s and All News 106.9 at AM 740 KCBS.
Chris Cuomo is back with a new show on a new network. Cuomo premieres on News Nation Monday, October 3rd at 5 p.m. Pacific. To find News Nation on your television provider, go to newsnationnow.com/join us.
Rowe is the Bay Area's reverse mortgage specialist with over 35 years experience. Beth offers a variety of reverse mortgage programs such as FHA insured home equity conversion mortgage and even jumbo reverse mortgages. Whether you own your home outright or have a loan against it, a reverse mortgage may provide financial freedom to better enjoy your retirement years. Reverse mortgages have changed so much in the last 10 years. Now is the time to call Beth at the Reverse Mortgage Group at 925-969-0380. Beth is located here in the Bay Area, offering free consultations in a friendly, professional, no-pressure atmosphere. Call Beth at 925-969-0380 or go to callbeth.net. Borrower must pay property taxes, insurance, and HOA dues and live in and maintain the home. NMLS 294-774-1850-831612. Licensed under the Department of Business Oversight under CRMLA. Equal Housing Opportunity.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/find. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. It's powerful technology with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/find. That's ZipRecruiter.com/find. ZipRecruiter.com/find.
At Whole Foods Market, get animal welfare certified beef bone-in short ribs for $7.99 a pound through October 4th, while supplies last. Plus, Prime members save an extra 10%. Shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
KCBS News Time 12. Only City Police are investigating an alleged assault by one city councilwoman against another councilwoman. KCBS's Margie Schaefer reports the accusation was aired during a council meeting.
There were somber faces on the Zoom call as a tearful Daly City Councilwoman Jocelyn Manalo claimed she was physically assaulted by fellow City Council member Pamela DiGiovanni at City Hall.
It was very painful, and I was in complete shock that she would do something like that to me.
She alleges a door was slammed on her. Councilmember DiGiovanni says she would never assault anyone. Both women claim they've been bullied in the past months.
I vehemently deny that I did anything to assault